Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, DJI unveils new Air 3S drone. Authorities on the prowl for attempted plane thief. Gerald Yagan donates $100 million to Military Aviation Museum. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. DJI unveils new Air 3S drone. DJI recently unveiled its Air 3S, an updated version of the previous Air 3 model. Though the two drones share many common features, the Air 3S contains several safety and quality upgrades. The DJI Air 3S has two cameras. The primary camera has a 1-inch sensor, 24mm focal length, an f1.8 aperture with 14 stops of dynamic range, producing 4K 60 frames per second HDR videos, 4K 120 frames per second slow-mo videos in D-Log-M mode, and 50 megapixel photos. The secondary is a 70mm medium telecamera with a 48 megapixel 1.3-inch sensor, f2.8 aperture, and again 14 stops of dynamic range. It produces the same video specifications as the main camera. Both of these used an entirely new processing platform and algorithm for improved detail preservation in low light conditions. Another new feature of the Air 3S is its free panorama mode. The drone can be set to begin a panorama from a given angle and stop at another, allowing users to completely customize the captured scene. This mode works with both the 24mm 1X and 70mm 3X cameras. Then the image can be exported as a pre-stitched JPEG or as RAW for manual stitching. The DJI Air 3S single version comes with the drone, one battery, and an RCN3 remote for a total of $1,099. After the break, Florida International Air Show canceled in Hurricane Milton's wake.
Backcountry flying to us is our playground. For us, it's how we access the things we like to do. It's just our lifestyle. We exclusively use the Hartzell Voyager prop, and it's proved to be just a great combination for what we do. What it's doing, it's helping us all have better performing airplanes. Man, it feels a lot better clearing trees by 50 feet versus 20 feet. I don't ever see myself not flying.
The legendary BD 4-seat program is building an exciting future for those who want a rugged 4-seat family flyer with a proven history. The SureWings program produces a complete kit and builder assist program that gives you everything you need to be flying a BD 4CS in record time. For conventional kit builders, BD Aviation has parts, partial kits, and full kits for the 190-mile-per-hour BD 4C that has logged thousands of hours. Visit SureWings.com and BDAviation.com for more details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Florida International Air Show canceled in Hurricane Milton's wake. Punta Gorda's annual Florida International Air Show has been canceled, all thanks to Hurricanes Helene and Milton. The event was originally scheduled for November 2nd and 3rd at Punta Gorda Airport, PGD. Airshow organizers dropped the cancel bomb on October 14th, stating, quote, "In light of the significant impacts of Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene on the community, organizers have made the difficult decision to cancel the 43rd annual Florida International Air Show. The dual hurricanes have caused widespread damage and disruption across the region, making it impractical to proceed with the event," end quote. Boeing's Q3 losses put credit agencies on alert. Credit agency S&P Global Ratings said in an October 14th press release that Boeing's preliminary third-quarter losses are mostly due to cost overruns and delays in new commercial and defense aircraft development. Those charges will total about $5 billion in non-cash charges, but do reflect changes in cash flow in future years. Boeing has announced a 10% reduction in their workforce, about 17,000 employees, in the coming months, but possibly not until 2025. Navy parachutist misses target and impacts spectators. A U.S. Navy parachutist from the Leapfrogs team accidentally crash-landed into the Fleet Week airshow crowd on October 13th. A mother and daughter took the brunt of the impact and were taken to a local hospital for evaluation. The Navy Leapfrogs parachute team consists of 15 active-duty SEALs, Special Warfare Combat crewmen, divers, explosive ordnance disposal technicians, and aircrew survival equipment men. 6 jumpers were sent to dazzle the Fleet Week spectators in San Francisco, California. A Sporty's Christmas in October. Sporty's has officially announced its 2024 Christmas ornament design. This year's limited edition crystal piece features a Lockwood air cam. The Sporty's Christmas ornament is a 40-year annual community tradition. Last year, Sporty's chose to feature the classic Aeronca Champ, a high-wing taildragger aircraft that soared in the light sport community in the late 1940s. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Authorities on the prowl for attempted plane thief. Police are on the hunt for a man who reportedly attempted theft of 2 different aircraft at the Charles M. Schulz Sonoma County Airport, STS, on October 13th. Luckily, a member of the airport staff was able to scare the man off before the situation got too serious. Pilot and aircraft mechanic Jared Ostello was hard at work that morning when he saw an unfamiliar man come out onto the tarmac and jump into a plane. Ostello recalled, quote, "He closed the door and I saw all the lights start coming on one by one, and that's when I realized I got to go do something with this guy. I got to get him out of the airplane before he destroys it," end quote. The man was ultimately unable to get the machine on or in motion. Ostello quickly went over and removed him. But the chase didn't stop there. The man paused for a second before taking back off towards a large hangar. Ostello continued, quote, "I was thinking, oh no. I wanted him to run the other way, and he just started running towards the airplane, and I just thought, oh no," end quote. Oh no, indeed, because the man happened to go for a plane owned by Ostello's boss. Ostello, close behind again, stopped him. He then called the authorities while the attempted thief turned tail and got away. After these messages, Gerald Yagan donates $100 million to Military Aviation Museum.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. Gerald Yagan donates $100 million to Military Aviation Museum. The Military Aviation Museum has been gifted an incredible $100 million donation by Gerald and Elaine Yagan. The gift includes 70 vintage military aircraft that Yegan collected over the years, the property the museum is situated on, as well as the historic buildings that were relocated there, and $30 million to establish the museum's endowment. Jerry Yegan explains, quote, "In the beginning, I saw this as my personal challenge to preserve history and these beautiful warbirds. I just didn't want to see them disappear to time. I never believed so many would volunteer so much to help Elaine and I do this. I realize it's no longer an individual challenge," end quote. All aircraft were restored to airworthy condition and are both on display and flown regularly. The museum has a 4,800-foot grass runway, several original World War II structures relocated from Europe, and a maintenance facility. The museum, its aircraft, buildings, and runway sit on 130 acres near Virginia Beach, Virginia. The aircraft span the first 50 years of aviation, from just after the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903 up to the post-Korean War period of the mid-50s. With this gift, the museum is transitioning into a public facility where the aircraft will be kept available for displays, rides, and educational programs well into the future. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!